Well, hello, farming friends, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015, the Forestry Edition, with me, your old buddy, Mistermoose. Yeah, we are back on Rockwood. A lot of people keep asking me, when are you going to do more forestry videos? When are you going to do more forestry videos? Though I know a lot of people don't like the forestry videos, I do try to appease some folks. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to do a little bit of forestry. And I'm going to mix it up a little bit today. I've been doing a lot of wood chipping lately because it's just simple to do the wood chipping. And I don't get all the logs jumping around and all that other stuff. But I think what I'm going to do is maybe get a little bit of log stacking done and then purchase a trailer and maybe haul some wood over to the lumber yard and sell that off. So maybe haul a trailer off and start thinning out the pile down there. Although I do love the idea of having just massive amounts of wood hanging out down the landing down there, you do tend to get a lot of lag off of it. So it might be a situation where I just give up on that whole idea and move on with getting lots of money into the coffers. So again, I've got tons of wood on the ground, and by tons of mud, I mean just tons of wood. If we go walk around, you'll see I've got wood everywhere through here, all the way back into here. So yeah, you can't see it because Giants changed the rendering like right after I did this. I put all this wood down on the ground. You know, that hillside over there looks empty. If we look at it, it just doesn't look as dramatic as it used to, because I could come over the hill and all you saw were logs everywhere. It doesn't look nearly as dramatic because they've changed the rendering where not as much wood renders in. But we come over here and you'll see I've got quite a bit of wood on the ground down here as well, all the way over to here. So lots of wood to load up. Like I said, I got bored during a football game one night. I was watching the football game and cutting wood, and before I knew it, I had deforested this hill. So I wouldn't say I was bored with the game. It was just one of those things that happened. So anyway, so I got to get in here and get a lot of wood cut down. So that's what we're going to work on today. So hope you guys enjoy it, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's my Forestry Sunday thing. And hope you guys enjoy the Manchester video as well. So put 2 videos out today. One ag, one forestry. And then probably at some point I may even do a Fallout video. Who knows? As I said in my Manchester video, today is Fun Day Sunday. I'm just gonna sit back, do a little bit of gaming, enjoy the day before the madness of Thanksgiving week gets here. I've already had family members contacting me wanting to know what the menu was going to be, and what I needed, what help they needed, and all this. Am I going to have this and that? And yeah. 'Tis the season. I'm sort of looking forward to decorating the house this year for the holidays. Last year I did a little bit, but I didn't do a lot because I had some problems with the house. You know, like I said, I bought this house in late August or September of last year. And then I spent I moved into it the first week of December, and I just basically put enough lights up on the outside of the house to let people know that I was alive and in the holiday spirit, you know. But normally I try to Clark Griswold it, you know, and go just crazy with the lights. and decorations and things like that. But the thing I ran into was when I bought the house and moved into it, I did not realize that it was lacking severely in external power on the house. There were no outside AC outlets. There were nothing at all, and there was no real place to get power other from out of the garage. And I have a full wraparound driveway on this particular house, so running an extension cord across the driveway, not the best of options, so that you could get lights out into the front yard and everything. So really, over the summer, I've did some modifications. Had an external power. I added in another breaker panel to the far side of the house, so that I would have electrical on that side of the house, and so I got a power drop there, and got some AC out there. So now I'm in a lot better situation, because I wanted, like, the reason I did all that was because, like, it was really dark here when I moved in, and the driveway really hard to see at night because of all the trees and everything else like that. You just don't get any ambient light that comes in, and from a security aspect and everything else like that, I needed to get some front illumination out front. So I dug up parts of the yard and ran conduit and everything, and put in driveway lights and all that other stuff, and lights out by the mailbox. And again, that's the reason I had to have some more external power put in, so I could do all that. And in the process of doing that, I put me some outside receptacles and put them on their own circuits and stuff. And so I've got plenty of power now, because when I did it, I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to get me a ditch witch and cut me some little areas in here, run conduit, pull wiring all the way out to the out to the front of the yard. I'll put in drops where I need for the light receptacles and wire them in. But then I'll also, at each box, I'll put in an external, which comes in handy for doing stuff like blowing the driveway off, doing a little weed whacking, things like that, because I use electrical weed eaters. I'm so over gas. I used to always use a gas weed eater and a gas blower. I'm so over that stuff. The way, with the way ethanol is in the gas, it just tears all those little carburetors and or the diaphragms up in the fuel pumps and things like that. I'm so over using gas. I get so tired of having to rebuild a fuel pump or change something out in a carburetor or something to get it to work. So when I bought this place, I was like, forget it. I've got all these gas implements, and I tried to fire up the leaf blower one day to blow off my driveway, because I can't begin to tell y'all how many trees I have. It's amazing how many trees are on this piece of property. And so I had leaves and acorns everywhere, and I was going to clean them all off, and I went to do that, and I couldn't get my leaf blower to start. So I was just like, I'm done with it. I'm buying me I went to the home department, and I happened to find a little leaf blower that was it was like a demo version, and it was on clearance, and it was like $20 for it. Because it didn't come with any paperwork or any manuals or any of that stuff. It was out of the box. It had been a display unit. And so I got it dirt cheap anyways. Love it. Love that little thing. It's gets the job done, you know. And so now that I've got AC receptacles everywhere out in the yard, I can just take a heavy duty extension cord out there, hook it up, and whenever I need to weed eat or blow, I've got power out there. Trying to grab these two and not grab that little one. Since this is going to be wood, I'm going to be selling. I don't need tips. I need actual wood. That's wood I can chip. Come on. There we go. Nice. So anyways, oh come on, I thought I had that piece. I'll be doing the whole Christmas decoration thing this week. Getting that all lined up. I got a big surprise. My mom is all into Christmas. She loves Christmas, and I guess maybe that's the reason I have such a fondness for, well, that, when I was young, I was always looking for a reason to be doing something other than in the house. So I used to go into the workshop and see what I could build and make, and I'd make all kinds of Christmas decorations and stuff. And my mom has always been into these blinking Santa Clauses. She had one in like growing up, she had one. And all it basically was that they took a cardboard box when she was a kid. They took a cardboard box, and they used to have these plastic Santa Claus signs that the plastic was thin enough that you could take the cardboard box and cut the front side off of it and glue the little plastic sign onto it, and then put a light bulb in the box, and you get a relay, a little blinking relay, or that you plugged onto it, and when you plugged it in, the relay would isolate. It would flick the power on and off every, it turn it on for 15 seconds, turn it off for 15 seconds, turn it back on. She used to love that thing. And my dad and I don't know how many versions of it I built when I was a kid with my dad, because she always had to have a new one, and because they did it out of cardboard and it was outside, it always got weathered and fell apart. And one year my dad and I made one out of wood and for her, and she absolutely loved that thing. But over the years, the little plastic Santa Claus that was on the front of it started to fade and deteriorate, and you just couldn't use it anymore. So it got to the point where you couldn't even make out that it was Santa Claus, because there was just no color on it anymore or any of that stuff. So it sort of went by the wayside, and she's always talked about how much she wanted one again, and she missed it and all this other stuff. You know how people are. They lament those kind of things. Anyway, so to make a long story a little bit shorter, I happened to be looking at some stuff one day on eBay and came across one of those old Santa Claus sign in pristine condition, and I purchased it. And without her knowing about it, I have gone in the shop and made a new case and fancied it up a bit, and I'm going to put it out this year and surprise her with that, and that will make her day. That will make the entire holidays, and I'm going to unveil that Thanksgiving evening, and that will blow her mind. She will she will get a big kick out of that. My my uncle is all giddy about it. I'm afraid he's gonna blow the secret. I happened to mention it to him the other day, um, that I had found one, and he's just all crazy about it because he's kind of up about it because he's just like, oh man, I remember your grandmother had one of those and blah blah blah, and went off on it and everything. So I guess all the old people will get a hoot out of it. Um, the young people in my family won't get it. They'll be like, that's kind of just tacky. Yeah. It's not like your traditional Christmas decorations, but it's something that my mom and them will appreciate. So I'm sort of looking forward to that little thing. It's those little things that I enjoy. Yeah, it's all about family, right? So, hope everybody has a good holiday week if you're in the States. If you're not in the States, Thanksgiving, this is our big Thanksgiving week, and here in the States. So, a lot of kids will be out of school this week. A lot of kids will only go to school a couple of days this week. And then Thursday and Friday we'll all eat like pigs. And by Saturday we'll hate turkey and we'll never see it again. So I know Canada did their Thanksgiving like maybe a month ago. Something like that. I happened to be watching a stream of a guy who was Canadian. He was doing a stream on the crew, and I was looking at it, seeing what that game was all about, and he talked about how he had just had his Canadian Thanksgiving and had eaten like a pig. Oh man, where did I knock that log off to? Over here. So yeah, that is this week. Thanks piggin'. Though we in this country have really forgotten what the holidays are all about. It's sad. And I mentioned this the other day. I just, I'm thinking about upgrading my video card, and I've been looking for what the sales are going to be like for Black Friday. But at the same time, I really have a hard problem supporting anybody who opens up on Thanksgiving. And it's so bad that this year a lot of the stores they're not even closing. They're just going to stay open Thursday. They open up Thursday morning. And, so when you're supposed to be at home, I mean, like our Thanksgiving tradition has always been, you get out, get up early in the morning, the whole family gets together, has breakfast, or whatever family is, our immediate family. Gets up, has breakfast together, and then the people cooking cook, and the rest of the family sort of like has little tasks to do during the day. Like when we were kids, we get up, mom get us all up about 6:30 in the morning, and mom and grandma were already up cooking. They were already up, started cooking and getting the turkey in the oven and all that other stuff. And they would get us up, we'd have breakfast together, and then we'd always have something we had to do. And this was in the 70s, we had a giant TV on a little TV carousel that honestly, if you touch the TV too hard at the top, the TV would probably fall over, because the TV was always too big for the carousel. But they would pull the TV around, and we would all sit in the kitchen around the kitchen table, and we would watch the holiday parades. And back then, the parades were all about the floats. The television coverage of the parades was all about the floats. They programmed the stuff for kids back then in the 70s. because they knew that really the television for the day was about the kids and entertaining the kids while the parents were doing things, around the house and prepping. People understood that back in the day. Um, and so you watched the Thanksgiving Day parades as the kids. But while we were doing that, we were doing tasks for the family. We were peeling potatoes or shelling pecans was the big thing. I remember I'd sit with my dad, my granddad, and we would all sit there and shell pecans the entire time. And that was what we did. We shelled pecans for hours. And we'd get all that done. And then it would be time to, something else. At some point, you'd peel potatoes for your mom. But most of the day was spent shelling pecans with the old man, so that mom could make the pecan pies and stuff. And then my grandfather made these sweet pecans, where he would take and put sugar and cinnamon and a few other little things together, and dip the pecans in those, and then bake them in the oven and make these sweet candy pecans. And they're just evil. So yeah, we spent hours shelling pecans, but we would sit there and we would do things together as a family, and we would watch all the parades and all that other stuff. And it was always a lot of fun. And it just seems like Thanksgiving has escaped to so much commercialization now that it's just not the same thing anymore. And there will be those who will say, well, and I've heard it said, I've heard other people go, well, I'm glad that the sale started at like 6 or whatever o'clock on Thanksgiving Day, because now I don't have to. I'm using this. This is that American Models login trailer that Recon got it for me, and he used it on all of his stuff, so I've got it over there. I'm going to grab a copy of it, and we're going to use it to haul off all this wood. But I've heard people say, oh, well, I'm just sort of glad they do it because, to be honest, I'm ready to do something by 6 o'clock, and I might as well go shopping. I was like, y'all didn't have much of a family life then, because I never got tired of spending time with my family. We always had something going on. I mean, because you cooked all day and you did all that stuff together, and then by the afternoon you were actually, after you ate too much, you went and sat down, and the turkey, coma kicked in, and you needed a little bit of a nap at some point. But then that evening, the whole family would get together, and we would play some sort of board games or something like that, and just always had a good time just sitting around laughing. And I remember even my parents would get together, and like all the adults would play Rook or some sort of game like that, like a card game. They would play some sort of card game all night long, and we as the kids would just sit around and listen to them talk and just hang out with them, and it was not that big a deal. We didn't, maybe watch a little TV or something, but for the most part, we all just hung out as a family. And we still do that today. We still carry those little bit of traditions on, and we still will play a crazy game of Rook at some point. If y'all don't know what that is, it's sort of like Spades. It's a card game, and it's a lot like Spades. So, but that's yeah. I don't really like the whole commercialization thing where everybody's out shopping all night long instead of spending time with the family. I didn't really mind the Midnight Madness stuff, but where it's headed now, to where 6 o'clock sales start, people ought to be at home with their family at 6 o'clock, not at work, because if they got to be at work if they're working at 6 o'clock, they had to get there long before that, which means, these moms, especially like Walmart, for example, a lot of the employees there are like single moms, or they're not at home with their kids. They have to work, and they got a choice. They can either make a paycheck or spend time with their family. And if they say no, they're going to lose their job, and that's just junk to me. Oh, what is going on? Okay, this might not last if this trailer's going to be funky to work with. It's like this trailer's got some sort of collision zone on it. Oh, and that other log is in just a bad place. If I get this over here. There we go. Whoa, stop going backwards. Alright, let's open that up and deposit that log there. This Buffalo is not the best for loading logs. Honestly, I would love to have a grapple that would pull like, 4 or 5 logs at a time off of a stack and use that. And I tried using the loader from First Day Reviews, and he's onto something there. He's got a really nice loader that will pull a whole lot of logs at one time. The only problem with it is the controls on it are completely opposite of what I'm used to using these guys. And I know Recon has talked about it before, that he has issues with it. I can't even do it. I can't even begin to do it. Like, rotating the boom is on my left joystick, right? That's on my left joystick, right to left, rotates my boom. On all the FDR stuff, it's all on the right side. And that alone is a nightmare for me. I just cannot do it. So I tried to mess with it, and it was just horrible. It was a failure from all aspects of it. I just eventually gave up. I was like, oh well, I'm not using this thing. Because I had this great idea. I was going to take... Good Lord. I had this idea that I was going to load all the logs here using, like, the Buffalo. Because I figured, this thing is really... this trailer's a little wanky. I mean, I'm not that far up on that thing, and it acts like I'm just banging it. Seriously. I'm not hitting that trailer that hard, and yet it acts like I'm just colliding all over it. And I'm going to lose these logs. That trailer's about to go, and I'm just going to go get the Flegel. I got too much wood down here. I got to get rid of it, because y'all are probably seeing I'm having some frame issues right now. It's just a little laggy. It's because there's too much wood down here. Even with the changes that they've made, it's just a little laggy for me down here with all this wood. I just need one stick of wood. Come on. There we go. Probably ought to back up some. Backing up probably will help me out a little bit here, to where when I turn, I'm just looking at this thing. I don't know, this trailer just seems a bit odd. It doesn't help the wood's dancing around on me. Never used this trailer until today. Well, I thought I'd do something different. I might regret it. I might go get the old forestry one that I'm used to using. and use it. I know some of y'all wanted me to haul some wood, so that's the reason I'm doing this today. Plus I do need to get rid of quite a bit of this wood. 'Cause I got too much on here at this point. Come on, get to a point where I can turn it and work it. There we go. Yeah, especially when I get it out here, it just seems to get really framey and glitchy. And I think it's this trailer. And then the wood's just like, it's like it's got some sort of weird collision right there. See how the log is kicking up in the air? This trailer seems like a joke. It seems like those bars really extend a lot further up than they actually are on the trailer. You see how the grapple even kicks around? I do not like this trailer. This trailer's going bye-bye. I'm not going to sit here and fight this trailer. So... yeah, I can't even get this piece of wood to turn. Forget it. Forget it. Let's do this. Just back it all the way up. I will deal with it later. Back it up, put it there. Disconnect it. And we'll get something that I'm used to doing, using, and that actually works. Alright, and I'll go look for some new trailers at a later time. I used the timber runner. It works just fine. Really, I like this whole thing, and I think this is what I'll use. And as much as I enjoy using the Peterbilt, I think I'll buy these two here, and that'll give me a double load, and then I'll have the crane here to offload over at the lumber yard, because there is no way to offload over there either. So yeah, so we'll do that. So we'll buy both of these. We got plenty of money at this point. So plus this thing is so stupid. I mean, I like this Peterbilt, don't get me wrong guys, I like the Peterbilt for what it is, but the Peterbilt itself will not trigger gates. So like, to get the Peterbilt down from the landing up there, I had to pull it down. I just had to reset it down here because it would not go through the little gate that is on the on this particular map. So we'll just use this guy. So I like this whole setup. It's always been a good little truck trailer combination. I've used it several times. I used to use it religiously on My Big Country when I did forestry on there. I mean, it's the whole thing with I don't really enjoy using the European style equipment, but there's really no really great American stuff, American style stuff in this game. But this guy works pretty darn good. So we'll run over here. Whoa! Little slidage there. Yeah, there's a lot of frame drop right here just because of how much wood is here. Alright, so what I need to do is set that right there, and then I need to change over to the let's see, I need to be on the truck. There we go. Oops. Huh. This mod's messed up as well. The boom on it is on the right hand side. Sort of like the FDR stuff. Oh, much better. Much better. I would have lost my freaking mind trying to use that other trailer. Because apparently it's got a little topside collision to it that isn't right. And I have a confession too. I thought about using a front loader to do this out of the rack, and I had stopped messing with it because I couldn't get the logs to load into that trailer, and so I gave up on it and decided I'd just do it this way. I think it's that trailer, because I couldn't get any. I'd start to get up over there with the grapple or with the loader, and the trailer would try to tip over. Now I'm realizing it was the trailer and not really me in the wood, so I might still go get a front loader and do some of this front loader style. Who knows? But yeah. And again, those were trailers that I got from Recon, because he's like, hey buddy, you gotta have this trailer when we play because I downloaded it. And I was like, okay, no problem. He'd already loaded all the trailers. All I had to do was drive them and dump them, so I didn't really worry about it that much. There we go. Get that picked up. I'm moving and I'm not even touching the gas pedal. Come on, stop that. I guess it's drive control that's doing that. That's moving this, making the Ponzi just start walking on me, and I'm not doing anything at all to facilitate that. So speaking of Thanksgiving week, I know a lot of people have asked me what I'll be doing stream wise or broadcast wise, all that other stuff. I'll be just keeping my regular schedule. I don't have any plans to do any kind of live stream on Thanksgiving. Somebody was like, "Well, you do an all-day Thanksgiving marathon." I'm like, I got things I got to take care of on Thanksgiving. I got family, and I'll be spending time with them. You know, so I won't have time to do any kind of extracurricular activity. But we'll do the live stream on Wednesday night, and you know, I'll continue to do videos all week long, and then but Thursday I'll make sure I got content up on Thursday, but don't plan on me doing a live stream or anything else like that on Thursday, because I will be crazy cooking on Thursday. Oh, do I dare? Do I even dare to try to get this out of here? Like that? Y'all know just as soon as I get it up and underneath the area between the tractor and the trailer, it's gonna fall. Nope. Somehow I managed to pull that off. Haha! Wow, I got lucky on that one. Alright. Man, I just do not understand why this thing is so bad right now. It's gotta be, like I said, it's gotta be the amount of wood that I had. And, you know, I had this thing about having just wood everywhere and how much I wanted to just stack as much wood as possible on here and just make giant huge stacks, but it just can't do it. Can't do it. If I do, I'm not even going to be able to watch the screen, and it's going to be so framey that you're not even going to be, because I'm just, it's horrible. My videos, my stuff never looks this bad. I never have this kind of issues. And I don't have it except for when I'm right here at the landing where all this wood is. So there we go. Well, that's just kind of like blurry right there until I get it up to a certain point, and then it all crispens back up and looks decent. Or sharpens back up. Which, you know, pushes me even closer to pushing the button and buying that 6 gig video card. I believe I'm gonna have to make that purchase, which I know I'm gonna have to make that purchase, y'all. I just putting it off, but as soon as all the sales come out this week, I will go ahead and pull the trigger on it and get it done. So yeah, big time update coming. How did I end up so far back? There we go. Alright, so I'm just gonna grab some. Oh, come on. Seriously? Y'all should have pulled together. That ain't gonna work. That lower piece is gonna fall probably. If I bump anything, which of course I'm going to. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, come on, log. Stop rolling underneath it. That one log is crooked and it's messing the whole thing up. See if I can fix this. Fix this a little bit here. See if I can grab this one. Drop it in like that. See if I can get this middle one. There they fell down. There they go. There's times when I'm doing this, I feel like my vision's gone. It's so blurry. It's not the way it should be. Come on. All right. If I can get a couple more logs on here. I'd like to get this trailer loaded and we'll take it and sell it real quick. And then we'll call this episode done. Come on. Pick it up. Pick it up. Close it in. See, that's the reason there's those cages over the truck, is so I can drag the wood right across the top of it. This log is not behaving. Come on, get off. Oh, it's going off the other side. Oh well. Failure is imminent. I guess I grabbed that too much. Alright. Let's see if we can pull up a little bit here. Grab a little bit of this wood. Start thinning out the stack. The other bad part about having all this wood is trying to get it out of the stack. Come on. Does not want to separate that easily. You know what? I changed trailers. I might try to speed this up a little bit. Let's do this. Let's shut this down for now. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to buy a front loader. Let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. We'll get the JCB and we'll go into the mods. Oops, I didn't go into the mods. I went back out. And forestry equipment on mods. And I'm looking for... Oh, it's not in forestry equipment, is it? I think it's under front loaders. Yeah, it's under front loaders. So wheel loaders. And get that. There we go. And let's see what we need to do. We need to pull this guy up. So I have him out just a little bit. And then, if I remember correctly, I believe I can separate the, the sides on these. Remove wrong. Right control and keypad 8. So control 8. There we go. Removes the wrongs. Nice. So we'll jump over into the front loader and we should be able to load this a lot quicker. Alright, so let me see if I remember. Forward is up. Push out. It's a little bit different using the joysticks. I used to use this all the time with my gamepad. But because this has got multiple hydraulics on it, you kind of... The way my system is set up right now, it uses the front loader controls now going into this. And so the way this is my right joystick is back pulls it up, forward pushes it down, right roll, left rolls, right lowers, and then to extend the claw, I have to pull my trigger and push forward on my right joystick, or pull my trigger and pull back. So that's kind of messed up. And then to raise and lower it on my left joystick, if I pull back, lowers, and push up, raises. So that's the way I've got it set up on this. So I should be able to just push in here, kind of roll back and lift. Kind of get that in there. And then pull in, roll a little bit more. And I've got a nice, decent load there. So, alright, back up. And hopefully my wood's not too... Oh, come on. Did you really just fall out of there? Hopefully my wood's not too out of line to make this work. It's not. I just got to line it up a little bit better. Great demand for wood chips. Of course. I decide to do logs and I get a great demand for wood chips. Isn't that the way it always goes? Alright, so let's see. Extend out. And go ahead and pull that up. Got to think about it a little bit. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Come back. There we go. There we go. It's been a long time since I've done this. I got to get used to it. I got to get my side so I can look at it and see what I'm doing here. Has been a long time. I probably haven't used a front loader to do wood since My Big Country. That seems awkward to me right there. I want to push forward to lower or to close the grapple instead of doing the pull back, and it's a little awkward for me. Alright. Pull in here. Roll it up. Pull it down. Roll up. Close in. Should have a decent little... Oh, I got 4 logs. That sucked. God. Oh, man. I just saw something on TV that just... Wow. Okay. Not even gonna go there. Alright, so back up a little bit. Roll out. Lower down just a hit. There we go. Oh, oh no 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 no. Too many things I gotta do at one time here. Oh, there we go. I'll get the hang of it. It's going to take me a little bit of time. There we go. Let's see, put on our 4-wheel drive so we can get a little push in here as we go into it. Oh yeah, there's a claw full there for you. There we go. That'll work. Nope, backed up a little too much. There we go. Alright, that's a good load. That'll work. A lot faster. In the future, what I'll probably end up doing is loading the trailers and not trying to stack wood, because there's just not enough. There's too much bounce and too much lag from putting all that wood up there, so I'll probably not do that anymore. Alright, so let's put that rung back in place, and then I need to rotate. I need to switch over there so I can rotate this over and put it down. There we go. And we can head on out. So we'll take this load of lumber over, sell it at the lumber mill, and then we'll call it a day. We did a little bit of forestry. And we'll get a little bit more done down the road. That one trailer though, gotta go. No more using that trailer. So as soon as we get over here, we'll unload this thing pretty quick and get all this wood off. And I like having this truck too, because it makes unloading the wood into the sell point not too bad. Whereas using that other trailer and the Peterbilt, you would have had to have something over here to unload it, some sort of grapple. That was what I was thinking about, using the FDR grapple over here and putting it in place so I could offload the lumber with it. But again, the controls on it are so backwards that I couldn't actually use it. Well, the log sell point's here. And unfortunately with this trailer, you can't just drive through it and get all the wood to load off. I love that the trailer that comes with the game, the little pull behind loader. I do love the fact that when you take it through a sell point, it sells all the wood that's on it for you. Alright, so I'm going to back up just a little bit here, and we will start getting the wood off of this thing real quick. Hey now, come on. I know you're excited, but it takes a minute or two. This is messing me up. The rotation on this is on the opposite joystick, so it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. I'm wanting to do it with the other one. So I like the fact that you can just drop it and it sells. Oh yeah, that's annoying. Basically, I only need one joystick to do this. That's kind of funny. Let's see, grab that. Just let it fall in there. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Grab a couple more. So every two is about 9,000. So that's pretty hefty little load there. Just keep pulling it off. Alright. So anyways, we'll get this thing unloaded and then I'll be done for today. So you got two videos today. You got a Manchester video and a Rockwood video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Tomorrow I'll be back on Manchester, and we'll probably start plowing again. And then we'll come back on and visit this again next weekend, and we'll continue to unload some of that wood. It'll work better with the front loader. It won't take long at all now that I use this trailer, because this trailer, being able to split the rungs on this trailer, helps out tremendously. And I know I need to switch to the loader view here, and I guess I can come forward just a hair. It'll make getting all this off that much easier. I've always liked the head on this unit. It seems like the head on this, which is the head off of that Steva or what it is, it just seems like a better head than the one that's on the Ponzi. I've always liked this one. This whole little unit is really good. The guy who did it did a really good job with it. I think he was doing it for him and his son or something like that, so they could do forestry together, and he made the mod just for them. But it's a pretty good little mod. It's been around for a long time. It's nothing new. I think I got it probably back in March. For those who are going to ask me, where'd you get that? Alright. And of course, as always, it is in the mod spreadsheet. So if you're thinking, where'd you get that? Send me a link to it. Look at the mod spreadsheet. Before you ask me to send you a link, look at the spreadsheet. Alright. There we go. A couple more. And boom. Nice. Alright, so that is done. So we pack it and get it done. And we're upside down. Alright, that's going to do it for today, guys. So we made a little money. Spent a little money, made a little money. Yeah. And I get the money back from that other I'm gonna get the money back from that other load, or from that other trailer, when I sell it, because it's a piece of junk. Not gonna use it anymore. We'll just stick with this guy because it does work, and I like it. And I'm gonna run off because my camera is not in the right place. There we go. That was almost really bad. Off-roading. Alright guys. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like it. I don't know why you would. It was sort of junk. But yeah, I went off on a Thanksgiving rant. So that'll make you guys happy, because I don't think I've ranted in a while. So, and those of you who, boy, the physics are just messed up on some of these older mods though, because the whole rear end of that thing just did a big, huge power slide. Guess I need this right over here. Like so. Let's see, put that in place like so. And then open up the rungs on both sides of it so that it'll, there we go. And then switch to the back trailer. That's good. Alright, that's going to do it for today, guys. Again, thanks a lot for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I do new videos each and every day. And I hope you guys enjoy them. So come on back and we'll do another one tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.